And welcome to Thursday Night Live. I'm your host, Dr. Rita Louise, and I'm hoping you all can hear me just great because I'm using like my really cool microphone that I haven't used in a really long time because I'm in the poodle room and not in my other office. So we're like kind of switching it up, and I'm hoping to improve the show because we've been getting so many more people listening to it and following it. And I just love you all for loving me back. So it's all great. So today is the last Thursday of the year. And somebody on Facebook had posted a link to an article about the numerology of, I have to think about this, 1/1/2024 and the meaning of that date. And I'm not talking about like what New Year's Day is holding, but just talking about the numerology of 2024 and kind of comparing it and contrasting it to 2023. You know, and numerology isn't really something that I've spent a lot of time studying or following or putting a whole lot of credit to, I guess would be the word. But I have to tell you, in the little bit of research that I did to come up with my presentation today, I'm a little blown away by what I have uncovered. Okay, just making sure that my mic is working so there's not like a whole bunch of, no sound. So that's always a good thing. It's always a good thing. Okay. And this is my feeling, and I'm talking for me, and I'm talking for a number of people that I have talked to throughout this past year, because it seems like there's just this collective group that have been going on this journey together, this subtle journey together. And to be honest, after 2023, it's time for us to take a collective inhale of relief, knowing that New Year is coming. And a new vibration is coming in, which gives us the opportunity to become a new you, a new me, a new everybody. And so in numerology, see, I'm learning all this stuff. In numerology, you know, there's your like birth year and your life path. See, this is like, I really don't know anything. And, you know, your universal year and whatever. But there's the universal year. And it's like the giant horoscope that we're all going on throughout this year. And you can have a personal year, you know, so like my personal year is 1. It's a 1 year. Not that I can tell you what that means, but it's a 1 year. But for all of us, we're going through this vibration. And so to come up with the universal year, you take all the numbers in the year and you add them up. So the year is 2024. So it's 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8, which makes this an 8 year. And so, and if you have higher numbers, you know, like 19 or 18, you take those two numbers and add it together to make a single digit. But for the universal year, we're in an 8 year. But before we talk about what's coming up, let's take a quick review of what we were experiencing on a group level last year. So 2023 added up to a 7 year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. And it was interesting because when I read the write-ups about that, it was so freaking spot on. And so 2023 asked us to look inward with the keywords of introspection and curiosity. And I know for me, that really epitomizes 2023. And one of the things that it also asked of us was to get rid of our unhealthy tendencies. We were invited to leave behind all the unnecessary ego trips that we normally go around us. So I don't know about you, but many of us had our fears and our insecurities just shoved right in our face to deal with, learn, and grow from. Now, we all had the opportunity to ignore and not learn the lesson, but I feel like it leaves you behind the eight ball moving into this new year that's coming up. And so now that the year is ending and I'm kind of making this commentary, I would love for you to just take a step back and see how this might be true for you, or see how maybe you have changed in response to the growth, that introspection, the acknowledgement, and dealing with our fears and insecurities 2023 asked of us. Where are you different? How has your outlook changed? Because a new you has slowly been forming and you probably didn't even realize it. I mean, unless you're me, then you know freaking everything, except you know about numerology. Okay, so now on to 2024. So the number 8 takes the inner work that we did last year or this year and projects it outward. This year can be incredibly empowering because we're able to access all of the fruit of the labors that we worked on this past year and access them easily. This year, according to numerologists, is our years to advocate for ourselves, to finding our strength and to have the courage to stand in our resolve. We've talked about being mindful. So last year, I mean, there was a lot of focus on looking in and being mindful about what's been going on. And this year, it's about taking those learnings that we have about ourselves and using that boundary word and having the courage to stand in our resolve. It's about believing in ourselves, our value and worth, instead of passively hanging around and accepting what's being handed to us. 2024 offers us the opportunity to take control of our lives and stand firm in our power. Now, not your egotistical, big-headed power, but with the power of your true, authentic nature. This year is about integrating all the lessons we learned into our personality. And I'm like, wow, that means a bigger personality, and owning them as part of who we are. But I have to say this, I feel like in the last couple of months, and vibrations start earlier than it's not January 1st, 2024 that this is going to start. It's kind of like it can start a little earlier for some people and it can start a little later for other people. But I really feel like the things that I worked on, the things that scare the crap out of me, the things that I really don't want to do or touch, that I worked through that energy, or at least acknowledged where my shortfalls were, and okay, you need to work on this. Even if it's hard, you need to work on it and learn the lesson. But I feel like those lessons that I did learn this year, they are integrating into me and they are becoming part of who I am, which kind of scares me a little bit because I was already a bit much, but I feel like I've been just that much more. Now, one of the things that I did see a couple of times was that situations may appear that seem daunting and make us uncomfortable. And that always happens. There are always these tests. But these moments are being presented to teach us we're already, and this is the key part, we're already in possession of the power we need to succeed. So you already have everything you need to know, or you know where to find the information. And so even though it may seem uncomfortable or challenging or hard, you're going to be able, you have the knowledge and the base level in order to work through those challenges. even though they might suck. And even if it does suck, you have to on the other end go, okay, thank you for that really sucky lesson. And I did learn the lesson, but it really sucked. But thank you anyway, because that's how we're supposed to do it. So as we move forward into 2024 and a challenging situation arises, I hope you will hear my voice in your head reminding you, you've got the power. And it's only a test. And perhaps it's time to stop, take a step back, breathe, take a mindful moment, because you know what? You've got this. Anyway, so that's my little spiel for today. And I'm going to do my little announcement, and then I will come back and say hi to everybody and go through stuff. Okay. So if you would like to schedule a private consultation with me, because, I'm in my power starting in 2024, which means I'm going to be like even cooler, go to my website, soulhealer.com, use the contact form. There's tons of articles, information about my books, videos. There's tons of stuff. Go to soulhealer.com. Check it out. If you haven't already, please join my Facebook group, Dr. Rita Live on Facebook. I post a lot of material onto there. And so please, if you're a Facebook person, join that group. If you are on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, Just Energy Radio on YouTube. Even if you're not a YouTuber, if you could go and subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Just Energy Radio on YouTube, and then like and subscribe and turn on the notifications and all of that good stuff. I would appreciate it. If you're a Rumble person, my name on there is Psychic Doc. Now, I did find out, or at least this is what I'm figuring, is that people that might be listening on Rumble cannot join the chat. So if you have been listening on Rumble, or if you want to join the chat and you've heard the show on Rumble, you would need to go to YouTube or Facebook in order to join the conversation. Now, I did just hear that they upgraded and now you can type and comment from Twitter. I'm still kind of getting some information on that, so I might drop Rumble and pick up Twitter because I can only have 3 streams, and I would much rather have it where people can interact, but I'll keep you up to date on that. Okay, and so I was going to hit this next button, but I'm not going to because bam, it's live. Well, let's get it in. Can we get it in focus? No, not really. Not really. There we go. If I just stick it in front of my face, it's there. It's now available. My new book. Dang, it was me all along. My blurry book. Dang, it was me all along. Blurry. Man. All right, I'm going to turn the blur thing off. Hang on one second. Then you'll see my whole funky background. There. Dang, it was me all along. Is now available on Amazon. I guess it's set up in a pre-order right now, but I would love it. I would love it. It would be such a good Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah and birthday gift if y'all would go and pre-order a copy from Amazon.com, because when the pre-orders actually ship, that is what your sales are for that specific date. And it'll help moving it to number 1. And we are number 1. We are number 1. And all right, I'm putting my little background back on there. Okay. But I did find out that they are not shipping until the 12th. So between now and January 12th, I would love you if you all went and purchased copies. And then if you got it and you liked it, or just because you like me, go put on a great review on Amazon. Dr. Rita's great. She always has good hair. She has funny jokes. Oh, and I like the book too. No, I mean, you know what I mean. Anyway, I would really appreciate it. So, oh, and then last but not least, please sign up for my newsletter to keep you informed, and I will send you a reminder every week about the live on Thursday mornings so that you can, remember to come, and you can sign up for the newsletter at soulhealer.com. The same old soulhealer.com. Okay. So I am going to change over, look at the comments, say hi to everybody, and then scroll back through and answer questions as they come up. Okay. Wow. There's a lot of comments. Okay, so we have Robin in the house. Hi, Robin. I think you're a new person. So if you haven't been here before, hi, and welcome to Thursday Night Live. And my buddy Amy. Hi, Amy. And Christine is in the house. Hi, Christine. And Debbie. Okay, so Blind Dog World headquarters. I am using my other microphone. See, wait, can I get it in there? See, other microphone. And so I would like feedback, because if it sounds like crap, I need you to come over and fix it, because I don't know anything. I just plugged it in and turned it on, pretty much. And we have Cameron. Hi, Cameron. And Bradley. Hi, Bradley. And Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. And Lori's here. Lori, nice to see you again. And Epicures of the past. Hi, Epicures. Hi, Wendy. Happy New Year. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. And Michael, my buddy Michael. And Sin, I was talking about you bad last week. Good thing you weren't there. Okay, so let's see. Who else do we got? Anybody else? Okay. All right, so I'm just like cutting the line here. So Lori says, I want the book. The book. Amazon.com. Dang, it was me. Dang, it was me all along. Thus the face. Okay. All right, I'm going back to the top and going to go answer questions or whatever. So let's see. All right, so Bobby, I love this. I so would love a free reading so close to the New Year's and good things. So, okay, Bobby, so ask a question and don't ask me like what my year is going to be like. I mean, it's got to be like a real question. And yeah, this is all free. Or you can go to my webpage, soulhealer.com, and schedule the private consultation, but those aren't free. All right, and Blind Dog World. How did I? Oh, I did that. Christine. Yeah. So Blind Dog says, hey, Dr. Rita, Happy New Year's to you and all the fans. Happy New Year to you, Blind Dog, even though you didn't come on Christmas, but I still love you. All right. And Cameron says, hello, great to see you. Bradley says, Elo, my lady, love to one and all. All right, so now we have like a real question, because I guess I have to work now. All right, Christine says, weird question. Do you see me and Mikey just being friends, or energy has been weird for me to see between Mikey and I? Not sure if this is a test or a good friendship. I'm kind of confused. Okay, I can figure it. I can work with that. Okay, Christine, hang on. So I just want to validate your feelings. I feel like Mikey has, for lack of better words, he's kind of been backpedaling a little bit. I feel like he's it brought up fear in him. I just feel like that he's kind of taken a step back, but there's more like this fear, hesitancy, trepidation in his space. So I'm not really sure what that's meaning per se, because sometimes, our own junk that we've been working on all year comes to the surface, and maybe that's his last hurrah of junk coming to the surface. But I'm going to say this, and I'm saying this in the most generic way. He hasn't run away, so that's a good sign. But based on where I'm seeing his energy, I would just hang out and play it cool and maybe take a step back and not worry about what it's going to be. I mean, I feel like you're pretty sensitive and you detected the shift in his energy. So good for you. Congratulations for noticing that. I would just let this whole thing just kind of play out. But in the meantime, I would maintain my space and my integrity so that I don't get hurt. Again, on the good side, he hasn't run away. So Yvonne said 1 year is new beginning. And I mean, I know it's new beginning, but to sit there and like have a whole discussion about what 1 year means, I don't really know. So Yvonne says, I'm going into a 4-year, and I don't really know what that means either. So, okay. So Epicure of the Past says, I would like a reading, please, when you're done. So if you could ask a question. So I've answered a couple of people with kind of they had a kind of specific question. So if you could ask something a bit more specific, I'll be happy to answer. So Lori says, this resonates with me. Introspection has been huge. Hope I have faced these demons so they do not carry over. Me too. I'm feeling like this past year and that introspection caused us to make different choices, incorporate some different tools, made it so that, it's just like, whatever, you want to be a jerk, whatever, I'm out of here, and like I've talked about boundaries on this show a number of times. And I feel like, after reading that blurb about 2023, totally makes sense for this dynamic we're all going through. And so if that has been your path and you have been doing the introspection thing and learning the lessons, et cetera, okay. And this is my hope. I can't say anything definitively, but my hope, fingers, toes, legs crossed, is that navigating 2024, even if there are challenges, will be easier. All right. So Yvonne has a question. Do you see me moving down south, like South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, or Atlanta, somewhere down there? Okay, so Yvonne, I don't remember where you are currently, and I guess I don't really need to know. And so I'm feeling like you're not quite done where you're at. Now, if the thought is I'm going to move down south in a year or 2 or 3, like this is the plan, or this is the plan I would like to formulate, but I'm not looking to manifest it in this moment, but down the road, then I feel like it would be a good move for you. I'm not seeing it right now, but I am seeing it, and they're telling me like, I don't know, 1 to 3 years. They're not being particularly specific about that. But I'm feeling like there's pre-stuff you need to do before you will free yourself up in order to make that move. I hope that makes sense. Oh, so the guy of the past, who I can't say that word, his name is Todd. Hi, Todd. Thanks for coming to the show. All right, so Sin says, Merry Late Christmas. Here's my question for this stream. What are Austin's current feelings and intentions to me for the sake of consistency? Sim, I kind of saw the Austin thing and I'm like, what are you in Texas? But I guess that's a guy. Man. Okay. Okay, so Sin, I'm just going to let that go because you laughed. And so let me know if that's actually like a real question. So Todd said 2023 sucked. 2023, 2023 to me was really kind of interesting. There was a lot of points in it that it really did suck. But as I was saying in the introduction, for me, it sucked, but there were also these huge lessons that I learned. So as I would be sitting there crying and licking my wounds, I'd be like, okay, I know what I should have done differently and what would make it better. So thanks for the lesson. Yeah, it was that kind of year for me. It was different. It was different. So Lori's back and says, I pray I learned the lesson. This is great information. Needed it tonight. Lori, so did I. I found the researching or, the information just like good, just kind of like moving along on the right track, the right, you're actually, I'm going to frame it in a different way. As we become quieter and more introspective and turn more into ourselves, it allows the universe, I'm just going to use that word, the universe to flow through us and makes it so that we're in resonance, we're in vibration to the big picture with the big flow of energy. So one of my goals is to just stay in that flow. And I feel like everything that I learned this year has really been about what does it feel like to not be in the flow, and what do I personally need to do in order to stay in that flow. And so, and each of our life lessons are different because our trauma is different, our life paths are different. And so I can't say, well, this is what you need to do. I mean, I can give tools, but I can't necessarily give specifics because what are my challenges might not be your challenges, even though if you really take them down to a base level, there's probably commonality. Okay, Deb said, great insight. Thank you. Thank you, Deb. And Bradley says, live, learn, love, and cry. Don't forget the cry part. And Blind Dog World Headquarters says, you sound really happy tonight. We love that. Love this. I am really happy, dog. It's like, I don't know. I'm integrating all of my lessons into one little cute package that has a new book available for sale on Amazon.com that you want to write like a really good review for it. Okay. And because Lori wants the book. So, and just to let you know, if you order it, it's on pre-order, and from what I understand, okay, they're going to start shipping on January 12th. So don't wait till January 12th. Buy it before January 12th because I love you. So Bobby Ray says hi and thanks. I'm not quite sure what that is. Sin, you're killing me. So Sin says, I'm new. Wink, wink. Okay. So she said, my name is Neely. I was just curious as if you could read me. I've had a lot of people who have passed in recent years and I need some closure. Okay. So if you read the little intro thing online, I don't do dead people. And so, yeah, I don't talk to dead people. I'll come to your house and interact with your dead people, but I'm not a medium, don't want to be a medium, don't want dead people in my house, don't want dead people standing behind me talking and having other people freaking hear it during the live stream. So, so if you have a not dead people question, well, hang on, let's see if anything comes up. Not dead people though. Okay, so I'm just going to make this in a very generic way, but I get the impression that a number of the people that you have lost were ready to go. And I feel like they feel relieved to be out of their physical bodies and on the other side. And what I'm getting from them, and it's not one person, it's kind of this little collective, is they would like for you to be happy for them because they're free. And they're giving me that phrase specifically, they're free. And I hope that makes sense to you. All right. Okay, so Todd says I need to know about 2024. So Todd, there are two things I don't do. I don't predict the future, because I don't believe we can predict the future, and I don't talk about dead people. Okay, so Lori says 2023 has been a struggle. Can you offer career advice for me for the new year? A little predicty, but let me see. Okay. So Lori, I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of the law of attraction, but and I'm just using this in a very generic way, but the law of attraction stipulates that what you put out into the universe is what you're going to get back. And so when I look at your career/job space, one of the things that you're showing me is just you're tired, you have trepidation, your self-esteem and self-worth has kind of taken a shot. I'm sensing a lot of frustration in that area. So I don't know what you would need to do to shift that and maybe bring in the new year with a new lease on life and a new energy toward creating what you want. From what I understand, 2024 is about identifying and standing firm in your energy and manifesting what you want. But you can't manifest what you want when you are sitting in a stew of negative energy. So if you want something positive to happen, if you want something good to happen, if you want to receive that abundance, you need to be in the spirit of abundance and not of lack, which is where I'm seeing your energy right now. Now, I do talk about that in this new book. Dang, it was me all along. Man, I don't want to turn off the blur, but this is just bad. Dang, it was me all along, stupid thing. And that might help you, give you some tools to help you move through it, but get it before January 12th. I'm sorry, I'm just like a little pitch in the head tonight. Marcel, hey, thanks for coming tonight. Okay. Sin, you are on a roll. So Sin says, I can't believe I was bad. Should we take a vote and everybody write their Sin comments in? Okay. All right. So Blind Dog gives me the thumbs up on the new microphone. Yay. Not the new microphone, but the microphone I have chosen not to use. So Todd says, Rita, you met me before. Okay. I mean, there's no picture. There's just an E. So I will take your word for it. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. So cool. I just am not placing, I mean, especially with that Epicures of Epicteers, the due to the past. I'm just, whatever. Not placing you off the top of my head. All right. So Robbie says, how do you address the overwhelm of 2023? I booked a session on Tuesday and paid. Oh, hey, Robbie. All I can do is really talk about me in this situation. And I had to finally stop and just say, the things that I experienced in 2023 and the things that I went through were tests, and they were giving me information and lessons of what I needed to learn or do to move forward. So Bobby, something that I'm going to suggest to you is, if you're not really feeling like you learned the lessons, is maybe stop and, before Monday, take some time and do some journaling about 2023, the things that you went through, the experiences that you had, to see if there was a pattern in them, because that seems to be what was happening, is that the same things were coming up over, not the same things, but situations were coming up, and it was pushing the same button and pushing that same button and pushing that same button. And perhaps, whether that's a feeling or whether that's a behavior or whether that's a thought, so maybe spend some time journaling about the year to see if you can identify, what the it is, what the pattern was for 2023, because that is going to be your best way of moving through it and learning the lesson and using the lesson to make other choices in 2024. Oh, and everybody, Bobby scheduled an appointment on soulhealer.com. Just saying. Okay. All right. So Todd says, need to know if I will move to Vermont in 2024. Okay, so when I look at that, which is why I don't predict the future in general. So when I look at your level of energy on that question and your level of determination on having that be a thing, I only get like 35% certainty that that's really what you want to do. I feel like you're still kind of mulling that around in your mind, and I mean, that's all I can do is look at your energy. I can't really look at the energy down the road, because between now and then you might change your mind and something else that vibrates higher might come to the forefront. With that said, and kind of tagging on to something else I just said, when we get a yes, it's a yes. Do you want $1 million? Hell yeah. And a no is a no. Do you want to clean that bathtub, or do you want to work on your income taxes? Those are usually hard no's. But when we get a maybe, it's usually our higher self, the universe, God, spirit, whatever word you want to put there, telling us no, but we're trying to justify that it should be a yes. And so when I see that 30% level of commitment in your energy space, it's kind of saying to me, well, it's a maybe, and and it makes me want to kind of put that back to you and go, is that really what you want to do? Or is it just kind of like your egoic brain talking out loud? And what is your heart and what is your spirit saying to you? Because if it doesn't feel right, then it's a no. It definitely is a no. But many times we don't listen to ourselves, and that's one thing that we kind of talk about on this show. So, all right. So blind, I hope that helps, Todd. All right. So Blind Doc says, since it's the new year, I'm breaking down and asking a question. Okay, what's up in 2024? So you want me to do a prediction thing. Fortunately, dog, I know you really well. So let me see. Let's see what your body is telling me. Wow. Okay, so you're not necessarily going to like my answer, but hopefully you like my answer. So one of the things that I feel was evidence to you this past year has been, if I don't really focus on it, all of this stuff is going to manifest for me. And I'm feeling like you are looking to shift your energy from being open and in the flow and going, okay, what should I do next? And going with that to more of a planning, more of an intentional kind of place. And I'm not feeling that that's going to work for you. I'm feeling like that would stop up your energy. You really are a flow kind of person. And and when I say flow, I don't mean that you can't have goals and you can't have, plans, so to speak. Um, but I'm not feeling like you should pick a target and use your energy to get to that down there. It should be, well, what should I be working on now? And going with that. Or, what's the next project I should be working on? What's the new song going to be about? What is there anything I need to do about this? And have it be in the moment, when you ask that question, and then follow the guidance that you're receiving in that moment. So, dog, let me know if that makes sense to you. Okay, so Katerina is back. I've been trying to find someone to help me find closure. I lost someone very close to me tragically, and I need to know if they went peacefully, and I need to know if they forgave me. Hey, Deb, I'm sure that you're listening, and she's on YouTube, but if you could, I can't even think of her name, but your medium friend that you really like, if you could put her name on here, and then I could tell Katerina, I'm just calling you Katerina, her name, and she could just look her up. So, okay, so Veronica's in the house. Hey, Veronica, nice seeing you. Yeah, but it's a whole lot more fun to like call you Epicure, the dude of the past. And I have been calling you Todd sometimes. It's just funner because I have no phonics skills. Okay, so Katerina says, oh, girl, don't move to South Carolina, not that place. I live in South Carolina, and let me just say, any place else is better. Ooh. Okay, Mark Eddie's in the house. Happy holidays, Mark Eddie. Okay, and Yvonne said, that does make sense. Thanks, Rita. No problem. So Sin wants to know what I said last week. So Sin, there was somebody else asking about 3 different guys. And I was like, man, that's not even Sin. And Marco's here. Thanks for showing up, Marco. Okay, Amazon. All right, I'm going to turn the little blurry thing off just for Marco because he needs to see this because he needs to buy like a bunch of copies. All right, so Marco and Mark, books are in. Dang, it was me all along. You can pre-order them from Amazon.com and then, like, of course, leave a wonderful comment after you buy it. Dang, it was me all along. Amazon.com, pre-order till January 12th. So, guys, pre-order it, please. Okay, I'm sorry. If you guys are regular people on the show, you know I don't do this, but I'm so excited because my book showed up on Christmas Eve. And I had another Christmas gift that was really great, and I meant to bring it and have it on air, but I forgot. Okay, so let's see. All right. Marco says I look nice. Thanks, Marco. Love you too. Okay, so Sin's back with actually a question. A better question is, how should I better approach, and what lessons do I need to learn? I'm loving your question so far. So, Sin, learn before entering relationships. Austin is a real guy, but I don't think he's interested from the energy I feel. You're still killing me. Okay, Sin, but I am going to answer your other piece of your question because that's a great question. And I've said this to you before, and I'm going to say this again, but when I look at your energy with regards to relationship, it's like You spot some cute guy, and then your eyes go in and out of your head. And then you like, and then they maybe talk to you and you want to have a relationship with them, versus just being cool and being chill and giving them the chance or the opportunity to come to you. I mean, I feel like your energy is constantly reaching out. And you made the comment about you don't think he's interested from the energy you feel, and when we're projecting our energy out towards someone else big time, and I get the impression that yours is big time, they feel that. They notice it. They might not be able to verbalize it, but they might not be able to articulate it, but they feel that nonetheless. So that's my commentary. All right. So Todd said he had a meeting with me in 1999. And I'm like, okay, but that was 23 plus years ago. I'm assuming you maybe came to my office. God, I wish there was a picture. Okay. But yay. Thanks for coming, Todd. So, Sin, so her comment is Austin's energy's been mixed, so I don't know. So I think I'm kind of think to move on from him. Yeah, I think that's good. If they're not interested, then they're not interested. Katrina says, oh, okay, I'm sorry. No worries. It's like inevitably people ask me about dead people, and I just don't do it. And I'll give you my reasons, and I've given this reason a lot of times. So, I kind of, all right, since I've shown my book 4 times, I will give you the reason. So when you communicate with dead people, it's kind of like you need for them to come sit in the chair next to you. And 2 things. 1, I'm not that auditory. And 2, I don't want them sitting in the chair next to me. Now, I don't have an issue going to your house and talking to your ghost, but they have to, or communicating with your ghost, but they have to stay at your house. I don't want to have your dead family show up in my living room because you want me to communicate with them. I just ain't going to do it. Ooh, and we have Tara on the deck soliciting everybody. Okay, so this is directly for Tara on the decks. Tara, are you like watching? Here, wait, I'm going to fix this right here now. So Tara on the decks here. I think that you need to inbox me about getting a copy of my new book. Or wait. You need to go to my webpage, soulhealer.com, and schedule a private consultation, because that's what you're supposed to do if you're going to come to my live stream and solicit my people. Tara on the deck. Good. All right, so let's see. I lost my spot. Oh, there's Tara on the deck. All right. Oh, 2 from Tara on the deck. Yeah. Go away. Or buy my book or schedule a private consultation at my webpage. Okay, so that's Bitsy over there. Because we're in the poodle room, the official room of poodles. Okay. Lori said, thank you. You were spot on. I can't manifest and create from the space I'm in. I let a relationship go and hope that releases some of the heavy energy. And that could be, so with the new year coming, maybe look at it as this opportunity for the new you to happen and the new you to occur. I know that this is what I know, that when I have bad energy, like when I have bad energy, or I like to call it bad brain, nothing happens. I have no client. I mean, you have these best laid plans and they blow up in your face. And it's not because the universe is going against you. It's because your energy sucks. And so if you're not in a place of flow, you're not going to flow. And so if you're looking for a job and you're not in a flow place, then you're not going to manifest one. And if you do, it's going to be crappy. And the same thing happens in relationship. If you're in a crappy place and you do manage to wrangle somebody in, it's not going to come from a good place. It's going to be crappy because that's what you attracted. Okay. Lori is back again. Wow, there's like a whole other list and we're running out of time. Career has also beat me up a ton. I can't even move forward in my spiritual work. So Lori, I'm going to suggest that your focus should be on your spiritual work. Your focus shifted from all of that stuff to being on you. And I'm not saying quit your job or do any of that kind of stuff. But shift the focus on you. Shift the focus on maintaining your space, maintaining your happiness, maintaining your good vibration, your high energy, because that will keep you in the flow every single time, and the rest of it will sort itself out. All right, so Sun says, hi, Rita. I've been having hair loss, lots of shedding these days, and not sure what is causing it. Any helpful information you could share? Thank you. So Sun, one of the causes of hair loss, and I feel like this is one of your big situations, is stress. When we have like anxiety, and I know I'm being really kind of generic, but I feel like you have been mentally preoccupied with a situation, and that is underscoring the hair loss. And so as you unwind that or step away from that, the situation, your hair loss situation, should clear up. One of the things I would recommend is getting a really good vitamin and mineral supplement to support the nutrition in your body that supports good hair growth. And with all that stress, maybe some kind of an adrenal support, astragalus, licorice root, or some kind of, again, adrenal support. All right, so Todd is back. I once told you I was thinking of moving to California, and you said, have you actually been to California? See, that I remember. So, hey, Todd. It's coming back to me because I do remember saying that. Anyway, Veronica says, my same pattern came up. Bullies always win. Stop fighting. Focus away from fighting them. And if that is the message that you're getting, that you should just stop fighting them, then that's great. If the message is you need to, have boundaries or stop them off, then that might be the message too. It's a little hard for me to separate those two out here. So Bobby says, to the guy trying to get us to buy reading, stop the harassment text on Tarot. Bobby, it's not the first time, and sometimes I ignore them, but today I figured I would pitch my book because I can. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to say Veronica. I don't have your name in front of me, but I didn't pronounce it correctly anyway. So this is the name of the psychic medium that I was asking my friend about. Her name is Heather, and last name is Besser, Besser, Heather Besser. And she's in Texas. She is on Facebook. I don't know her personally, but I think she knows who I am. So if you want to name drop and say that I sent you to her, especially on Facebook, you get those weird messages. But if it's a referral, hopefully she'll respond. Okay, so Blind Duck says, makes sense. I was planning the next project after P60. But I don't really see that necessarily ending. Okay, hang on. Again, not a total future person, but I feel like, you just being in the flow, I'm feeling like you're going to be doing some more writing, maybe not paranormal, but some more writing, so just be open. All right. And then he's back. Might just keep flying by the seat of my pants. Well, you do that well. All right. Veronica says book cover looks great. It does look great, and it doesn't have my face on it either. Okay, so Todd says, I've been to Vermont several times and I love it. My soul loves snow. But if it's 35%, I will have to up that percentage. Yeah. Wow. It's Mark Allen Morris. And the comment is, hey, Rita, it's been a minute. I'm like, dude, it's been more of a minute. And there's only like 3 minutes left until I sign off of here. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. You guys, I love you. But I've been working on boundaries. And so, I have my 8:00 boundary. And so if I didn't get to your question, I'm really sorry. And you'll just have to come back next week and, repost your question. Okay. So I'm going to see if there's any. Wow. Trish. Hey, girl. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you and Mark, I haven't seen either of you. Your names come up in forever. Thank you so much for coming on and saying hi to everybody. I really appreciate it. And I hope you all come back, not just make this be a one-time thing. Okay, so Blind Dog says, where can we get the book again? Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble. I would prefer Amazon, but any major online book retailer should have it. Okay, Mark says, got to go. We'll contact you soon. Okay, Mark, that would be perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bradley says, be blessed is a mantra for the tradition. Oh, blessed be. Sorry. Wow, this is like totally cool. Now Anthony Sanchez is in the house. Hey, Anthony, stop by to say hi. Hugs to everyone. Anthony, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Love you. Thank you for stopping in. Okay. Well, now that we just had like this all hands on deck, people coming in to say hi and make me feel so special and loved, it is time for me to go. It is time for me to go. So we are changing over to the banners and okay. So as I've been saying, if you would like to schedule a private consultation with me, not with Tex on Tarot, who's bugging everybody, visit my webpage, soulhealer.com. You can see all the articles and videos that are on there, links to my books that you would get directly from me. Okay, so I'm asking people to buy from Amazon because it's just really good with a new book to get it purchased off Amazon. But it will shortly be available on my website, soulhealer.com. You do have to pay shipping, sorry, but it does come autographed. And if you're really lucky, my hair tends to shed. And so you might even get a little Dr. Rita DNA in the tape in the wrapper. And that's free. It's priceless. No, it's priceless. Okay, please go to my Facebook group, Dr. Rita Live on Facebook. I post a whole bunch of stuff on there, some fun, some serious. Usually it's, about being mindful and being introspective and make you think about stuff. And I would appreciate this, go to my YouTube page, Just Energy Radio on YouTube, like, subscribe, set up the notifications. Again, I'm on Rumble, Psychic Doc on Rumble. If you're a Rumble person, if you could follow me or friend me, I think it's follow me on Rumble. Still looking at Twitter, and we'll let you all know about that. And as I've been saying all along, you can also order a copy of my new book. Dang, it was me all along. See, it even had like a new picture of me on the back and everything. Dang, it was me all along. Available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and all your regular online booksellers. Okay. So that's it for tonight. I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Um, I'm Dr. Rita Louise. This is Thursday Night Live, and I will see all of you next year.